Alright guys, so today, if you guys don't know, if it's your first time watching us,
Yes,
my wife is a 2D animator.
I am.
And so with the coming, revolution of
Oh yeah, with
AI,
AI, a lot of people have been pretty upset in I'll say the art fields, any art field or any creative industry. A lot of people have been upset, scared that it's going to take their jobs.
but not just that, it's directly affected you as well. It's I was gonna get around to
It has.
But, a lot of artists some artists have embraced it. Some people have negative comments. It's definitely shaking up things, regardless of what standpoint you feel. But this right here caught my eye because it's Disney. Disney is furious at what Midjourney just did. Here's what you missed. So I don't know anything about this. My wife,
I have no idea.
Studied Disney, and so I thought it would be nice to have her in on this, and let's see what she thinks because she knows more about animation than I do. So let's check this out.
Awesome, and they did not disappoint. What's going on, everyone? Paul Donis Maximus here. Thanks for checking out the AI Filmmaking Advantage, where here we talk about how to make and monetize AI filmmaking. For the Midjourney enthusiasts out there like myself, can you imagine any and everything that you've ever generated in Midjourney can now be animated? Well, almost everything, and we'll get into that. But for the most part, your entire back catalog of AI generations, mine going back to 2023, you can literally roll to the image, press a few buttons, and bring it to life. And 99% of the time, you don't even need a prompt, and 98% of the time, it'll actually do what you had in mind. And
Wait, you don't need a prompt. What does that even mean? Why
So the
wouldn't you need a prompt for it?
I don't know. I mean, I'll find out just like you. So the prompt is,
Yes.
guys, you've had experience with prompting.
Of course, but I'm saying why wouldn't you need a prompt to animate this?
Let's find out.
And if you haven't guessed it already, we're talking about Midjourney Video. They finally released it. And
I'm sorry, baby. That's
Crazy.
You better
Why
watch
did the
it.
AI booty have some...
You better watch it.
I'm sorry. This stuff is wild.
wild, yo.
Literally, when that Discord notification hit my phone and I went to the Discord and saw that this video thing was released, I started playing with it immediately. And I can honestly say I didn't know what to expect. I saw some of the examples out there during my downtime. Some of you may have noticed I've been away from the channel for a while. One being because in May, I took an actual real vacation and had no intentions whatsoever doing anything with YouTube. And I was gone for a pretty long time. And secondly, I've been experimenting with a lot of other tools lately, and literally I've been diving into this stuff and losing track of time because that's all I had been doing for like.
Real quick, I just want to shout out the channel. I actually forgot to mention this is the AI Filmmaking Advantage. Please guys, go over there and check out his work. He works hard on his content, but yeah, check him out. Just want to mention that. I don't know how I forgot to mention that, but let's continue.
Like the last couple of weeks, everything led to a different rabbit hole. And since I'm a nerd, I naturally eat that stuff up. I want my AI filmmaking experience to be as limitless as possible. And to do that, you really have to look at other models that would be able to deliver exactly what you're looking for. But we'll get into more of that in another video. Now what I want to do is look at this post that Midjourney posted to their website. And I'm not going to play the video because the last time I did something like that, I got hit with a copyright strike. And I was like, wait a minute, I've got epidemic sound. How did I get hit with a copyright strike? But it turns out the music in the video was copyrighted, and then that's what triggered it. And actually what I'm going to do is just take myself off camera so that I'm not blocking any of the text or anything like that. And then also sometimes when the videos are playing on the screen and then I'm on the screen at the same time, there tends to be lag in the video. And even though I've got fiber internet, I still want to be on the safe side. So let's do that. So guys, you definitely should go and read this article on your own, but I'm going to highlight some of the very important points to how to use Midjourney Video. There's a lot of flowery stuff in here, but it's still a good read. So let's jump right here. They say, today we're taking a next step forward. We're releasing version 1 of our video model to the entire community. And guys, this is a damn good version 1. Like, I'm scared to see what version 2 is going to look like. Here's the other important point. Our goal is to give you something fun, easy, beautiful, and affordable available so that everyone can explore. We think we've struck a solid balance, though many of you will feel a need to upgrade at least one tier for more fast minutes. And guys, honestly, when I'm in Midjourney, I only use fast mode, and I hadn't used Midjourney in a little under a month. I did a little bit when I was on vacation. I still had a lot of hours. I believe I had 14 when I logged in.
All right, let me say something real quick,
because I've been actually playing around with Google Veil 3, and Google Veil 3 is it got a lot of new channels on YouTube popping. Okay,
yeah,
last couple of weeks it's been
YouTube and TikTok.
YouTube, TikTok, you name it, whatever platform. If you've ever seen these big gorillas or the Yetis, the Bigfoot's vlogging, any of that, I've seen like a million channels like that in the last 2 weeks. That's what it is. And the thing that's interesting about Google Veil, that because we've had AI for a couple of video AI for a couple of years now. Google Veil 3, what's so unique about it is that when you prompt it, aka when you tell the computer what you want to see, what you want it to generate, it not only generates the video, it also generates the sound that goes along with the video. It's all connected, ready to go, because if you're not a filmmaker, which we are essentially, if I'm an animator, what it takes to make film is you usually, let's say you're doing animation. My wife draws the animation, she animates the characters frame by frame, and then she has to add in the sound effects.
Yes, I have to add the sound effects. Yeah.
Grab the sound of the walkers, grab the sound of the birds, the environment, and then she has to sound design. She has to put them in the appropriate areas to make it all come together.
Yeah, all of that.
Look like the animation had sound. It does not. It never. That's how you usually do it. So Google Veil takes all that work, condenses it into a simple process of just boom. You have the audio and everything in there. So I'll say all that to say that took it just pushed everybody on edge, like, yo, we gotta beat them. And then all of a sudden, boom, Midjourney, 2 weeks
out of
later,
nowhere.
Out of nowhere. We didn't get any expectation of this. Now they have video. Midjourney has been
It's the image, the go-to AI image, generation. Like that's what caused all of those, Instagram pages with the AI pictures and stuff like that. It was really the start of it all. Really, that's what it felt like. I mean, I'm sure something else started it, but I'll say Midjourney was one of the first. Yeah.
Top one, as far as like quality. So them coming out of nowhere with video, I feel like it's a response to Google Veil, and I know there's going to be some more advances, because I saw a video saying that every 3 months AI like doubles or triples in power or something every 3 months.
And that makes sense.
Like
As a person who did a little bit of computer science stuff, it actually makes sense, because every so often the computer programs and software change, like, is that frequent.
Yeah, but let me fast forward, because I really want him to get to
the part where he's talking about Disney being upset. Yeah.
I'm curious to know,
Same.
what's going on at Disney? What are we saying here? I'm trying to find and see if
He doesn't really have
let me just
is it
fast forward
timestamps?
a little bit.
Yeah.
It's timestamps, but- okay. Let's see.
Now here's something that's also very important. They say the actual cost to produce these models and the prices we charge for them are challenging to predict. We're going to do our best to give you access right now, and then over the next month, as we watch everyone use the technology or possibly entirely run out of servers, we'll adjust everything to ensure that we're operating a sustainable business. So what that reads to me is that they probably do plan to raise the price in the near future, and definitely when this version 2 comes after this version 1 that we've got. And finally, they do have a relaxed mode for pro subscribers and higher. In the past, generating images with Midjourney on relaxed mode just took forever, so I ended up just buying more fast hours. But that's something to keep in mind for those of you who want a semi-unlimited experience. Okay, guys, let me show you my workflow just so that it steps you step by step through how I go through this entire process. It's just going to be much easier than trying to explain everything, every little detail. But before I forget, I do want to mention that I do have my personalization turned on, and you see that right now by default, and they mentioned that in the announcement, your V7 profile is the default now, and if you want the previous models, you actually have to go and select them. I don't know how to do that actually, because I'm fine with my V7 global profile, and I actually...
All right, so let me pause this because I don't know when he's gonna start talking about it. I thought he would maybe
Get to it a
kinda
lot
get
sooner.
to
But
the
he's
point.
about to go through the workflow, so
Go back to the
maybe
workflow. That's
skip to the
fine.
next.
But I wanted to, I really wanted to get around to what are we talking about with this Disney thing, right?
Right.
Now he brought it to my attention, so I did look this up earlier. Disney and Midjourney. So we'll just look here.
It says lawsuit.
So
Okay.
yeah, and you see everybody's
Talking about, I mean, Computer World, NPR, Variety, Wired. I think I saw.
wow. New
Yeah,
York
the New York
Times.
Times. So Disney and Universal sue AI firm for copyright infringement. This is the New York Times.
Oh, I could see that. Okay.
Okay, we're
So
not
we
going
have to go to another
we're not going to
article
look at
to
the New York
read.
Times.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll look at.
Maybe the Variety.
Let's look at Variety.
Yeah.
Actually, this was, yeah, here we go. So Midjourney, the AI company being sued by Disney and NBCU, launches first video generation tool. Okay, so it says Midjourney has released version 1 of its AI model, coming a week after the startup was targeted in a copyright infringement lawsuit by Disney and NBC Universal. At launch, Midjourney will charge about 8 times more for generative AI video job than an image job. Each job will produce 4 5-second videos, the company said in a blog post. Midjourney pricing, blah, 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 blah. The guy that we were watching, the AI filmmaking advantage, I like to always give credit where it's due. I couldn't remember his name off the top of my head, but he spoke on this already. So let's fast forward a little bit to see exactly what's going on. Midjourney has not. Okay, here we go. Where is it? Our goal is to give you something fun, easy, beautiful, and affordable so that everyone can explore. We think we've struck a solid balance, says the June 18 blog post, which is signed David, presumably Midjourney founder. Okay. You can command. Midjourney has not issued a public statement about the Disney NBCU lawsuit or responded to requests for comment. According to the studios, Midjourney is the quintessential copyright-free writer and bottomless pit of plagiarism that has profited from their intellectual property. Piracy is piracy, and whether an infringing image or video is made with AI or another technology does not make it any less infringing. The Disney NBCU lawyer said, citing numerous examples of Midjourney's system producing allegedly infringing images of Marvel superheroes, the yellow minions from Despicable Me, and characters from Star Wars, The Simpsons, Toy Story, Shrek, and
You know
more.
what? I completely understand why they're doing this, because not only is that, Disney characters and stuff and their IP, but also you could get the likeness of Disney characters just by prompting. You could say, I want it to look like this
no, continue. I'm about to tell you something. No.
this particular Disney Sims. You could just prompt whatever you want and it will actually provide you with a character in that particular style. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you what it really is. Have you ever been on Facebook and it's like Toy Story 9?
Oh, yeah.
Like the X-rated version or something, but it's like
It was made by somebody else,
innuendo.
not
It's
even
like-
actual.
Yeah, like, and it looks 100% legit, but you question it because you're like, why would Disney make this? Like, I saw something. It was his cornfield. This is all CGI. It looked like something straight from Disney or Pixar films, right? So you see the back of this woman. She's in a cornfield. She has no shoes on, but she has this nice yellow dress on, and she has corn on the cob in her hand, actual corn on the cob in her hand. Now, if you got kids in the room, I'm gonna keep it PG-13, but what I'm about to tell you, use your imagination. She has the corn on the cob in her hand. She's wearing a dress. She's in a cornfield. Her back is turned, but we can see the corn on the cob. I'm just gonna call it milk. Is on corn on the cob. On the end of the corn on the cob, there's, and I don't even remember the title. I just remember the image was seared in my head. I was like, wait, what? And it was, the title of the film was something, I don't know, something like sexual innuendo of some sort. And I was like, yeah, this AI is getting
Yeah, very much so. Clickbait titles and everything.
Oh, it was definitely
like it wasn't just even Disney. I've seen them do it for like Tyler Perry and other things. Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't know, and they're like, they probably had to, people have gotten outraged. Might have been some baby boomers that got outraged. It was real, but it's like, they probably had to turn down people getting ready to protest and all these things. They're like, yo, you guys are ruining our IPs with these AI pictures, so let's do something about it. And Midjourney comes along, and now you got video, so it's even worse. So it says
Midjourney's blog post said that from a technical standpoint, the new video model is a stepping stone, but for now, we had to figure out what to actually concretely give to you. The company is calling the current video workflow image to video, meaning that you still make images in Midjourney, but now you can press an animate button to turn them into video clips. According to Midjourney, there's an automatic animation setting as well as a manual animation setting that lets you describe to the system how you want things to move and the scene to develop. The company is also allowing users to animate the images uploaded from outside Midjourney. To do this, users can drag an image to the prompt bar, marking stuff. Okay, so without getting into all the that's pretty much the article. But
what do you think about all this?
There's so much going through my head when it comes to this, but honestly, Disney has a right to sue, and from what I know about Midjourney and a lot of those other AI generated stuff, they're taking style of artwork from various artists on the internet. You know what I mean? Like, we feed it, not us, but the people who created these AI models fed it all these things on the internet, all this information. So it's taking different people's styles and stuff like that, stuff that's unique to Disney, to Pixar, to whomever, like maybe even the everyday person. So that becomes an issue.
Yeah,
you know,
it is an issue. I don't know how they're going to resolve this. I don't know if I feel like Midjourney is like. I feel like a lot of these AI tech companies have gotten so big that a lot of these problems may just go away.
That's, I don't know, but there's a lot of people that believe what they're seeing. I mean, they're easily fooled by this, and I never thought I'd say that, but you said boomers, but I'm saying this is beyond boomers.
Well,
I've literally seen
the obvious stuff from 3 years ago was like it fooled all the boomers. Now it's getting better. Now millennials are like next.
Yeah.
And after that, you get the millennials, Gen Z's old.
Where does it end? Where does this? I mean, this is getting crazy. This topic can be explored in so many different ways and so many different aspects of our life because AI is being integrated into everything at this point.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think? What do you think about this lawsuit? Do you think it's gonna be a payout, a kind of pay under the table thing, or is this just the beginning of a bigger issue, which is already pretty big? And that looks absolutely, look at that.
That looks absolutely gorgeous. That is a beautiful shot there with the bear and the guy on the motorcycle. Like, if that was filmed, that would make a phenomenal movie. I don't know what this is, if this is actually a movie or not, but
yeah, let us know your comments